Steck, and I started a Sherlock Holmes Scion Society here in Tucson. A Scion Society is named for following Sherlock Holmes or a descendant of Sherlock Holmes, and believe it or not, there are over 200 active science societies in the United States. We try to keep green the memory of the master. We all admire Sherlock Holmes. He's an enduring character. People love Holmes and have loved him for well over a century now. To tell you the truth, the most fun is in pretending that Holmes and Watson were real people and that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle was merely the literary agent that Dr. Watson entrusted his stories to. So it's a bit tongue-in-cheek. We have fun with it. We get together a number of times a year, maybe 4, 5, 6 times a year, to raise our glasses and toast Holmes and Watson and the Queen and Mrs. Hudson and anyone else we feel we can raise our glass to. Darrell did send in a toast, a special toast, to Edward Hardwicke, who unfortunately passed over recently, and he was a wonderful Watson to Jeremy Brett's Holmes. To Edward Hardwicke, son of the Pharaoh of all of Egypt, and sidekick to the king of all detectives. To Hardwicke, who brought nobility to the role of Watson, and appeal to the job of second banana. To Edward Hardwicke, may you now play second fiddle to a supremely better violinist. Hear, hear. Yeah. How would have Inspector Baines known that Garcia had been murdered before 1 a.m.? Yes, and a little more. Come on, you're there, but
he would have been wet. I don't know.
He would have been wet, but
I don't know.
Would have been dry under the body.
Dry under the body. Yes. Okay.
That's it.
What remark does Holmes make regarding data and theorizing? I mean, it's just a repeat of one of his better-known sayings, but go ahead. Yeah, Richard.
Whatever is left over, no matter how unlikely it is, must be the truth.
That's one of his best-known sayings, and it's not the one we're looking for here.
It would be the one that it's pointless to theorize without data.
Yes, it is an error to argue in front of your data. You find yourself insensibly twisting them around to fit your theories.
Right.
So that's
typical legal argument. Case in point, Casey Anthony.
Yes.
There were 220 episodes that were made for the radio series, of around which 150 are now thought to survive, with over 50 of these episodes being freely available on the internet. And the episodes are also in public domain. The radio episodes remain in their Victorian setting and right up to the very end of the run, with each episode opening as a radio announcer would talk to an elderly Dr. Watson, now somewhat and probably living in a bungalow in California, and he would reminisce about, the Holmes cases, and I'm going to play that for you in a minute.
Petri Wine brings you Basil Rathbone and Nigel Bruce in the new adventures of Sherlock Holmes. The Petri family, the family that took time to bring you good wine, invite you to listen to Dr. Watson tell about another exciting adventure he shared with that master detective, his old friend Sherlock Holmes.
England is England yet, for all our fears. Only those things the heart believes are true. A yellow fog swirls past the window pane as night descends upon the fabled street. A lonely hansom splashes through the rain. The ghostly gas lamps fail at 20 feet. Here, though the world explode, these two survive, and it is always 1895.
Yeah.
Thank you.